Hi, everybody.
What is happening, y'all? What's good? What it do?
Happy post full moon. Yesterday, that full moon woke me up.
Oh, yeah, there was a full moon. I forgot to tell you your crystals are still out back.
I already got them.
I was watering the plants and I saw them and I was like, well, she probably don't want me to pick them up, so I don't get my energy on them. So I'm going to tell her when I go in, and I forgot.
Yeah, I got them. Because usually the gardener comes today. That would have been... Okay, so our gardener, he was here... Well, the last time he was here, I had a sage bowl out in, like, on the back porch area. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want him with a leaf blower. And then the sage is all going to fly out. So I went out there when he was out there. And he saw me grabbing it, and he was probably like, oh, this freaking weird white girl grabbing this bowl of ash. Like, so then in my mind today, I'm like, oh, I think the gardeners are coming. If only they saw my little crystal circle I had going on out there, they'd probably like, what the fuck, this crazy girl.
I don't think they're paying that much attention to you.
Yeah, but I don't want extra things for them in their way. I'd rather them just have a clean area so they can do their job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, yesterday was really rough for me personally. I don't know about everybody else, but
I wasn't even paying attention to that yesterday. I didn't even know yesterday was a full moon.
I texted you. That was part of the text that you were not responding to me last night.
No, I mean yesterday all day. I didn't realize that.
I know. I don't know if your notifications were off, but I texted you last night and I said, oh, no wonder why I'm being a bitch today. Well, I don't know if I said that exactly, but yeah. It was one of those days where I'm like, I just need to be alone because I'm just going to be mean.
Yesterday was hard.
It was very hard.
Anyway.
2 more days left of Mercury retrograde.
Yeah. Woo! Fuck this retrograde, boy. So what is it? August? We're in Leo season. Okay. Well, good. At least it won't be Mercury Metro for Virgo season. That's good.
Yeah.
That would be probably really hard since Mercury rules Virgo.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because we went to our daughter's back to school night and they were even talking about how they were having all these technical problems and all that. And I was just like, Mercury Metro.
Yeah.
And then someone in my DMs was messaging me like, my car broke down, this and this happened, and all this is happening. Mercury Metro. So
I've had so many YouTube glitches, YouTube crashing on me. A couple of people wrote and said the readings cut out.
Oh yeah, that's been happening this past month, I feel like.
Yeah. Mercury retrograde.
Crazy.
Every fucking time, dude.
I always think this one's not going to be that bad. And then...
There was a couple of them in 2024. I think there was 1 or 2 of them in 2024 that I didn't even notice. I know there was one specifically last year that was the easiest retrograde I've ever been through in my life. I'm like, ooh, maybe I'm starting to get the hang of this thing. And then sure enough, no, it just must have been maybe my chart or something. I don't know, but
I feel like we do talk about this a lot and it doesn't affect a lot of people, but it heavily affects our lives, like more than you would know. So that's why we share it with you guys, because
our life
for those of you just know you're not alone if you do go through it bad like us.
Well, we have a weird lifestyle though. So our lifestyle is very, very energetically dependent. You know, because everything that we've built is on manifestation, and what we do is we work with energy, and so we have a vibrational, what would you call it? It's like we have to have vibrational momentum, and as soon as something knocks that off balance, like we go out of town for 2 or 3 days, it takes forever to get back in the flow, and
it's just like a hangover.
Yeah.
An energetic hangover, literally.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to get started a little bit early today. I guess we could just say it. I don't know. We're probably only going to be going live for about an hour, but we're still going to do part 2. So this part 1 is going to be 10 minutes. A little bit short because Rich still has some readings he has to do. So we're going to try to just do what we can here on part 1, and then if we don't finish everybody, you will be read on part 2. So
cool. Man, we got that many? See, my phone pisses me off, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
I don't get notified for shit anymore.
Okay, first is for Jackie, who's an Aries. A former friend recently apologized to me, asked me to unblock her. Is she trying to set me up? She said she misses me. Was she B? I think that got cut off. I wonder if they want to know maybe if she's being honest.
I don't like that. That doesn't sound good. I mean, if I'm gonna like try to make amends with you, the first thing I'm gonna do is just give you closure and respect any boundaries that you may have to like come forward and say unblock me. Like that's kind of weird. You know, you don't just demand that somebody unblock you. It doesn't work that way, you know. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's see. Well, there's the world card. So, I mean, this should probably be taken as closure. I would take it as closure. With the King of Cups in the reverse, so most of the time when somebody comes back into your life, you're more than likely going to see them do the exact same thing they did last time. You know, I don't know if I would say setting you up. I have one more spread to pull here, but I can tell you that this person hasn't changed anything. You know, this person's still emotionally manipulative, you know, plays emotional games, hasn't changed anything basically. So if you bring the same personality back to the situation, then the same outcome is going to loop around and manifest. Let's see if I can dig in a little bit deeper here. But yeah, that just doesn't sit well. That doesn't sound right. Think about it. If you fell out with somebody and you wanted to clear the air with them, just out of respect, just to clear the air, first thing you're going to do is just shoot them a message and let it be known, hey, just want to let you know I'm not mad at you and we cool. The air is clear on my end. And just put that out there. Just put it out there for whatever and then just see what the response is. You don't just come straight forward and demand, hey, unblock me. The fuck, you know? That's sketchy. That's real sketchy. Queen of Swords. Devil. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. I think I would take this as closure. I would close this out. I don't trust this person. Like I said, that's just a sketchy way to approach a person that you fell out with in the first place. It's real sketchy. Again, set you up, maybe, but she's up to no good. You know,
that's weird.
So,
like, she probably didn't just immediately say, "Hey, unblock me." They're probably talking for a little bit, and she was saying sorry, and I was like, "Oh, hey, you should unblock me" or something.
Well, how are they talking if she's blocked?
I don't know. It said that a former friend recently apologized to me and asked me to unblock her.
You don't know. That's sketchy.
I mean, I'm sure that, yeah, like the friend's intentions are not good. But I was just saying that she probably didn't just like approach her with like, "Hey, unblock me."
Like with Andrew, for example. I reached out to him and cleared the air. And he cleared the air with me too, but he still has me blocked on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell him, "Hey, will you unblock me now?" Like,
yeah, that's true.
So
that's true. Yeah.
Anyway.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I've like talked to people before though, and I've said that. Well, there's like one person in particular who has me blocked, and then we were friends, and I was like, "When are you gonna unblock me? Oh my god!" Like, well, I said it playing around, like.
But you all came back and were friends though, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you came back and were friends. So that makes more sense. But if we're just kind of having a little apology conversation, then it's not appropriate to say, okay, unblock me now.
Well, I'm still blocked, so to this day. So it didn't work. All right. Well, I hope that helps. Next, we have Leo, Queen of August, who is a Leo. When, and then parentheses, or whatever those thingies are. What are those things called? What are those called? Parentheses. Time X, I'm sure, example, 3 to 6 months, or where will my person finally meet? Okay, so when in the next 3 to 6 months, or where will my person finally meet?
It doesn't work like that.
They don't know that. So
well, I have to explain it. It doesn't work like that. It's not timed out, first of all, and it's not mapped out. When you vibrationally align with your divine life partner, first of all, it depends on when you align with that vibration, and then where you are on your timelines when you align with that vibration. So, like, let's say you accidentally step into that energy this week. Okay. Well, then it would happen one way. But let's say the timeline's pushed out and you don't step into that energy until 6 months from now. Then it'll happen a totally different way. So it's not timed out to happen at a certain time, and it's not mapped out to happen a certain way. It doesn't quite work like that. I can see if, well, first thing I want to look at is the status of your last soul contract. I want to see if that was completed successfully, and I want to look at the status of the energetic connection to make sure there's no blockages. Six of Cups upright. Okay, cool. So it was completed successfully. That's good. Well, you still do have some of that energy with you, though. Okay. So the last contract that you had, I don't know how long ago that was, but you completed it successfully, but there is still some of that person's energy with you. Now, when I say that you have past energy with you, that does not mean that you love that person, and it does not mean that you miss that person. It doesn't mean you've been thinking about that person. It doesn't even mean that you remember that person's name. It means that when the two of you came together, you became quantum entangled. And to one degree or another, you still are, is all it means. You may know that, but just so we understand, so we're on the same page, there is still some past energy with you. Let's see what's due to come in next. Let's see if there's any other miscellaneous contracts due to come in.
11.
Oh, wow. Hierophant. Okay. You still have a karmic contract with somebody. Okay. Yep, you still have a karmic contract. So, when it comes to meeting your divine life partner, that is really hard to tell because you still have at least one karmic contract due. Now, karma does not mean that something bad is going to happen to you. It means that there's somebody walking the face of this earth that you have unfinished business with from a past life. And the two of you agreed at some point to come together in this lifetime and try to clear that unfinished business and straighten things out, or whatever it was in the soul contract. So, yeah, I would say that the timeline you're on right now, it looks like it's getting pretty close. The timeline you're on now. If you stay on the same timeline and you don't really make any energetic changes, I would say that could end up happening more than likely before 2025 is over. But, it depends, like I said, on your energetic pathway. I don't know if you have anything beyond this, though. So what I would do is I would just be selective about what the energy feels like when you connect with someone. Just be selective. Don't just let any Joe Blow or Jane Doe waltz into your life. Don't connect with somebody out of sheer loneliness, and don't connect with somebody just because they get you high, right? Because when I'm with you, all my problems disappear. Don't do that. That's dangerous. That's no different than running to the bar and getting drunk and then saying, oh my God, when I was drunk last night, I wasn't thinking about none of my fucking problems. I got to go get drunk again. That's the same thing. And that's really easy to do. Really, really easy to do. So, yeah, there's still a karmic contract due, though. So I think there's about a 75% chance that that'll probably happen, more than likely, before 2025 is over.
So the new person will come in? Is
Yeah.
That what you're saying?
Yeah, more than likely.
I just want to show you guys how cute my cat is. Hold on a second.
Oh, bug.
Oh, that's Bugalag. Isn't he so cute? Oh my God. And then you could see his little pillow back there of his head. I have to let our cats make an appearance because there are babies.
What's up, Bug? Oh, he saw himself and now he's staring at the screen.
What is that, Bug? You see another kitty? Who is that? Okay. I hope that helped. So, yeah. You said till the end of 2025, right?
More than likely, about a 75% chance. I put that little 25% chance in there because, it's really easy to step off your path and take a new timeline. That usually doesn't happen, but it can very easily.
Okay, next we have Jake, who's a Virgo. My partner and me of 1 year had a fight, and she suddenly went and found a new person. Is this minor or better to move on from?
Well, to answer your question directly, I don't need a tarot card. But what I'll use the tarot for is to look at the soul contract. But fights are going to happen. That's just going to happen. You're not going to have a relationship with somebody and never, ever, ever get into a fight. That's just not realistic. Y'all are going to butt heads. There's going to be fights. Hopefully it doesn't go too far. I'm not condoning domestic violence or anything like that, but fucking arguments and fights are going to happen. And if she wants to boot, scoot, and boogie and go grab somebody new after one fight, that means she was never in it to begin with.
That's true.
And she probably had that person in mind anyways. I got a few more things I could say, but I'm going to hold off on it. Let me see what the soul contract looks like. Eight of Swords reverse. Page of Pentacles. Empress reverse. So this person wasn't supposed to play a permanent role in your life. Codependency attachment. Classic. I'm not going to dig up that whole can of worms as to, how and why that works. If you have any other questions, you can come get a full personal reading and I can sit for an hour and explain all that to you. But codependency attachment. However, even though this person wasn't supposed to play a permanent role in your life, it wasn't quite supposed to end when it did. So the soul contract wasn't quite completed successfully. Not quite. It wasn't supposed to be permanent, but it still wasn't done yet, if that makes sense. Let's get her energy. I want to see what kind of person she is. Empress reversed again. Moon card, yeah. She already had this person in mind.
Wow.
Yeah. So she did either one of two things. She either waited for the right opportunity to scoot on out of there, or she created it. she may have manufactured this false argument on purpose to give her an excuse to leave, because she knows that deep down she's a piece of shit because she had somebody else in mind. And she's like, okay, I'm ready to get out of this and go to this person, but that would make me look really bad. So I have to have an excuse to get out of this without making me look like the bad person. Right. So, yeah, this wasn't random. So it would probably be in your best interest to heal from it. Don't just move on. Heal from this. Okay. Take the wisdom and the knowledge from this situation and seriously integrate it on your path moving forward. Seriously. Because, you don't want to end up in a situation like this again.
Okay, are we done?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That was cool. Okay, next is for Anonymous, who's a Leo. Should I stay at my current position or should I transfer? This is regarding my workplace. I work at a military installation as a local national, and then don't read this part out loud.
Wasn't that what we talked about a minute ago?
Also, you guys, these are live readings, so I don't really know a nice
when you
way
come when you come get a live reading, it's going to be read live.
Yeah,
Okay.
Don't tell us don't read this out loud because you're buying a live reading. We're going to read it out loud. That for this person specifically, I'll respect that you asked not to read it out loud, but just for everybody to know, please don't ask us don't read it out loud, because that's the whole point of these, is that it's for everybody. So
that's the reason why we give you the option to be anonymous, which this person did. So you're already anonymous, so that's the whole reason why we give you the option to not put your name on there. Just in case you don't want anybody knowing your business, your name's not out there. So just for future reference, we'll honor it this one time, but for future reference, your situation and whatever name you choose is going to be read out loud. Okay.
We're not trying to get on you, this person specifically. It's just kind of like for everybody to know.
Yeah, because we get that a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's many other options that I have to choose from where I can give you a reading in private. So,
yes.
All right, let's see. Let me look at your path, I guess. Should I stay or should I go? Got a lot of things I could say, but I'm going to hold off on that. And another thing too, should I? When you ask should I, that is a very, very nuanced question. It depends on what you mean by should I. What I always like to tell people, if just for future reference, if you're ever at a place in life and you're wondering, should I do this or should I do that? Well, a real easy way to find out is to try it and see if the universe opens the door. If the universe opens the door, that means the universe approves. Now, usually when people ask, should I, what they're asking is, if I do this, will I have a fun, happy, positive experience? And no, not always. It's common that the universe will open a door that it wants you to go through that's going to be very challenging. Yeah. That doesn't mean you went through the wrong door. Right now, your cycle is not quite complete yet. Not quite. I do think that there are some people around you that you can't trust. Is that what prompted you to come get this reading? Something, when you have to come to me, something prompts you to come get a reading, and it's usually a problem. So I could be wrong. But are you aware that there's some people around you that you can't trust? Just lay low. Just walk in truth and integrity. Don't worry about it. Your cycle's not quite complete yet. When your cycle is complete, you will be divinely guided. And if you don't listen to the divine guidance, then the universe will just put its boot to your ass and make you move. But let's see what the second spread says. Oh, Seven of Swords again. People around you can't trust.
But is that a part of their past?
Probably, I think so.
could be karma, like something from a past life that you had, like something. Oh, sorry, you had a past life with that person or these people who are doing this shadiness to you that you can't trust, and you, by you being around them, is repaying back that karmic debt, and maybe not making it right, but experiencing it is part of the plan.
Yeah, a trade of experiences can be karmic, but yeah, I don't think your cycle is complete yet. So what I'm wondering, and I know you can't answer the questions, but rhetorically speaking, is this something that can remain on the table and open indefinitely, or is it a decision that has to be made like here soon? Because if it can just kind of remain on the table, like as to whether or not you should transfer, if you're able to wait like 6 or 8 months and then transfer later, that's probably what would be the best bet. Because making a transfer right now, I'm not saying that you couldn't do it, but since your cycle is incomplete, it would make the path extremely rough and bumpy. And even though I think there's people around you that you can't trust right now, it would get even rougher and bumpier if you tried to leave early. So just relax, walk in truth and integrity. When it all comes down to it at the end of the day, as long as you know your intentions are pure, that's all that matters. I know that's hard for some people to grasp, but your cycle's not quite complete yet. So if you do choose to transfer, just be careful with that.
Okay, next is Sarah, who's a Cancer. Did my brother know he was selling us a fake Rolex? If not, when we told him same day it was a fake, he also lied and kept the funds and blocked us.
That's an interesting question. The only thing I can really look at is this person's energy. And I mean,
you could see if there's dishonesty.
If this person was an individual of honesty and integrity, I wouldn't imagine that this person would block you after you find out. I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah. Exactly. That's your answer right there. Or they were probably nervous. It could be that they were just nervous and they don't want to pay you back. No, there's like really no way to make that sound good. Yeah. The shady card.
The liar, the thief, the cheater, the manipulator. The sleazy, two-faced, manipulative little fuckbag came out as the overall energy here.
Is he wearing a watch?
That's not back in medieval days.
Oh.
So
they used the sun to tell the time back then.
Yeah. Like on Hercules, you know how they had a sundial watches on the Hercules cartoon?
No.
The dude is like, oh, look what I got. He opened his hood thing. He's got all these watches, but they're like sundials.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, probably sneaky, deceitful, fucking lying little shithead. You don't gotta say something every time that happens.
I can't help it. It just like comes out. Lap drop.
So let me see what the second spread says.
Do you need more space? Should I move over?
I'm good. No, I'm good. Four of Swords, Two of Cups. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, I think this was intentional. Definitely dealing with somebody that you can't trust. So, yeah, probably. Now, the question is, what do you do from here? Where do you go from here, I mean, Rolexes, that's a pretty little old chunk of change, ain't it? That's a decent little old chunk of change. So, I mean, I'm not really going to give advice on how to handle the situation, but do the best you can to try to not clamp too hard, I'm not going to say don't do what you can to get justice, but when it all comes down to it, do the best you can to get justice and let go. The universe will pay you back. I promise you that. Okay?
Yeah, they will get theirs. And
Yeah.
there's the gardeners. It's just because they're right there next to the window. It just sounds loud.
Why is it 2025 and we have cars that are electric that don't make a fucking noise, but these leaf blowers still outside the window fucking all day?
I'm grateful for them doing that because think about how hot it is outside. You don't want to be out there doing that.
I'm not saying anything about whether or not they're doing it. I'm talking about the equipment that they're using. Don't they have like a silent leaf blower?
Dude, whoever can come up with the electric silent leaf blower, you're going to be a baller.
I mean, we have a little battery-powered leaf blower that it still kind of makes noise, but...
yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess they still make noise. Huh?
They still make a little bit of noise, but not that much.
But it doesn't blow as hard as that either.
Well, if they can make a motor strong enough to make a car do 0 to 60 in a second and a half...
Oh, yeah.
They can make a motor
They need to get one of those batteries up on the leaf blower.
They could make a fucking leaf blower that'll huff and puff and blow your fucking house down.
It'd probably blow him away if he like blows it. He's gonna go like flying.
When I worked at the airplane place, one of the jobs that we would do when it would rain, we would do rain removal because inside the airplanes, if water got down into the ducts, it would get into the electrical system. So they would hire us to blow the water off of the cargo when they were loading it. There was this little bitty dude, little teeny weeny little dude, smaller than Nevaeh, and we would use those leaf blowers. That's the same thing we would use. So we hooked it on him one time. It was this big backpack, and there's a thing that you hold on the side of the thing where you're blowing it, and it has a lock on it. And he accidentally squeezed it and hit the lock and didn't know it, and he started spinning in circles. He was going, it was spinning him around in circles. We had to grab him and turn it off.
Dude, that's like freaking scary. That reminds me of those videos you see with the people in the car washes.
Yeah.
You know, and they have the little hose and they get all like wrapped around. Like you could die like that.
Yeah.
It's scary. Like you probably didn't want to leaf blow after that or whatever.
That's the job. I mean, that's your job. You know, when it rains, if you know there's nothing else to do, we can't clean planes.
So how fast did you guys grab him? You guys didn't sit there and enjoy the show for like at least 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say at least get a couple of giggles in.
Everybody cracked up, and that was hilarious.
That's too funny. All right, so next we have Mimi. Oh, are you in the chat? Mimi? I have a question for you. She's a Libra, and the question is, what is happening with / where is heading my love life? So we need to know, are you single?
Yeah, what's
in a relationship?
What's the current status of your love life?
Yeah.
If you're in the chat.
Yes.
Boo, 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 buddy, do. Blue, the blue, buddy, blue. Yeah, we had a lot more than I knew we had. I don't get notified anymore. I got an old school phone, dude, just because it's the last fucking mini that they made. I love little mini phones. I don't like these big honking fucking...
You should see him trying to take a picture on my phone. He's like so shaky, like you can't even do it because he's like, it's too big.
I got an iPhone 13 mini. It's smaller than my hand. I love it.
Like, compare the sizes, it's just insane. Like, that's a little bit crazy.
It's way smaller.
So when you're like taking a picture with my phone yesterday in the gym, you were like, I don't know how to hold it. All the pictures are like blurry as fuck.
With mine, all I got to do is boom. You know, it's real easy. Just fits right there in my hand, and I'm gonna use this phone until it fucking kapoots and quits working. Because I don't want. They still
sell them.
Well, I mean,
you can still get another one.
I might have to because this is starting to. It's been acting kind of funny for like throughout this year, 2025. There's been some glitches, but. You know, I played the whole game where you upgrade your phone every time a new one comes out, and it's stupid. Like, it's
there's really like nothing new.
It's stupid. And, you know, once I had the little mini, I realized I fell in love with the mini. And then they quit fucking making them. I was like, oh, no. So I got my hands on one of these, and I'm not letting it go.
We're going to wait till the quantum phones come out, and then we'll upgrade our phones.
Yeah. I'll try, unless mine just goes kaput, because now I'm not getting notified for nothing. I'll be thinking, oh, today was a slow day. Only 3 readings came in. And then she'll come hand me a stack of papers. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't get notified for that. So sometimes my phone notifies me, and then sometimes it's like, nope, we're not notifying you. I don't know.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and skip Nini, and I'll go ahead and email. Yeah. All right, next we have Carla, who is a Libra. Is it completely over between me and this Gemini, or will he return to me with love and honesty? Little to no contact for 3 weeks now, and he moved out.
Okay. Well, I mean, to answer the question as to whether or not it's completely over, kind of look at that soul contract. That's the best way to answer that directly. Nine of Cups. 8 of Swords reversed. Yeah, I think that this is a successfully completed contract with the 6 of Swords. So, you know, this, like you said, will he come back with honesty? What that means is he's not honest, right? He's not somebody you can trust. So what that means is he's not who you think he is. So the way this really works is if we were to imagine, let's say he did. Let's say he came back and was 100% open, upfront, vulnerable, and honest, and exposing his true self to you for the first time. 2 of you probably wouldn't even be able to hold a conversation, because most of who you think he is not true. That's not who he is. So if he brought his authentic self to you, you probably wouldn't even be able to hold a conversation with that version of him. So the 2 of you wouldn't even be a vibrational match anymore anyways, if he did come forward and show up different. But the contract is completed successfully. So contractually speaking, it's over, yes. Contractually speaking. Let me see. But you got to watch out for them Geminis, man. I'm going to tell you what. You got to watch out for them Geminis.
Jim Jeroos.
You got to watch out for them Geminis. That's still the sign I struggle with the most. There's been one Gemini, though, who is a member of the spiritual community, and last year stepped up to the plate and did me a favor that earned a lot of respect from me. A lot of respect. And
oh, okay. I'm like, who the fuck are you?
The peace dealer.
I know you're talking about.
The peace dealer. He did me a solid ass favor and earned me a lot. And I'm telling myself that he's the first cool Gemini I've ever met, but I don't know. I'm not that close to him. You know, I've only met him in person one time, and he did me such a solid favor that I got a lot of respect for that dude. But yeah, them Geminis, man, you got to watch out for them. You got to watch out for them Geminis, dude. You got to keep them at an arm's distance and watch them for a while. You know, whatever they say, you take it with a grain of salt. Just watch them for a while. Let me see.
Because some are naughty and some are nice.
Yeah.
You never know which one you're going to get. Geminis are like sherbet ice cream. They're like a mix of all those different flavors and personalities, and they're literally like sherbet ice cream.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. But anyway, I trailed off a little bit.
Sorry.
So, I mean, the contract is completed successfully. So the hard part is that once a contract is completed successfully, that means the plan was completed. So once the plan was completed, beyond that, there is no plan. So it's very difficult to predict once a contract is completed successfully, what's going to happen with it after that. I think there's a slight chance that this person could return. I'd give it about a 25% chance that you could hear from this person in the next few months. But will he come back with love and honesty? Probably not. Probably not. He's the type of person that if he gets caught doing something wrong, if he apologizes, he's apologizing to get what he wants out of you, not because he's sorry for what he did, if that makes sense. So the contract is completed successfully, though. So I would imagine that this is still pretty fresh. So I would take this time to kind of relax and, ride this wave and start getting comfortable. Let the emotional waters settle, get your thoughts together, do some reflecting and whatnot, and just be careful if you hear from this person again.
Okay. So you got the PayPal notification. I didn't. So we're opposites.
Check your notifications.
They're right here. I got it right in front of me.
No, open up your notifications and see.
I'll deal with that later. But I saw it come through on your end, and I already knew that someone was going to be paying that way because of the comments. But I just think that's interesting. I'll have to go in there and mess with it. Okay, next is for Eliana, who's an Aquarius. Well, my ex come back to me, and his name is G. He is a Libra. He has not talked to me since January.
It's not Top G, is it?
What's that?
Andrew Tate.
Oh, yeah, you always say this, and I never remember.
Top G.
How does he even get the name Top G? There's not even a G in his name.
It's just what he calls himself, Top G.
Is he a Leo?
No, he's a Sagittarius.
Well,
I knew it too. I guessed it before I even looked up his birthday. I was like, he's a fucking Sagittarius. That hot-headed, fiery fucking mouth of his. I was like, that's Sagittarius, 100%.
Either Leo or Sag, for sure.
Let's get 3 shuffles here. 1, 2, and 3. Ace of Pentacles. So wait a minute. Who's the Aquarius? Okay.
She is.
So the person you're dealing with is the Libra. Okay. Well, I mean, this person's keeping a close eye on you, but it doesn't really look like they want to be the one to come forward and reach out. So is he the one that left? I would imagine it kind of sounds like he's the one that left, right? So he might be a little bit nervous and afraid to talk to you because he keeps an eye on you, or at least tries to. I don't know if he has a social media or if you have a social media he can look at.
She said yes. I'm guessing yes, like he left. Is that what
What's that?
You said that you assumed that he left, and then did you ask anything else after that? You didn't
Well, no, I'm just wondering. I'm trying to figure out the dynamic because which person walks away plays a role in how it plays out.
He ghosted me, she said.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he does keep an eye on you, but I think he's a little bit too afraid and a little bit too nervous to reach out and connect because, see, when you ghost somebody, you have to think, why would you ghost somebody? Why would you do that?
Because they ain't got the balls to say.
Exactly. Because you're hiding something. You're hiding something. Even if it's just your feelings, even if it's just your intentions, you're hiding something. Most people are hiding another person, but not always. But there's something being hidden. That means this person is not who you think he is, right? So when you go through with ghosting, well, now that's kind of up in the air as it's out in the open now. Now, obviously, there was something I was hiding because I pulled this on you. So common sense, you're going to know I was hiding something. So now I'm really embarrassed to come forward and talk to you. I'm going to have to cook up a real good story, but I'm afraid that you're not stupid enough to buy my bullshit, you know? So, I mean, he keeps an eye on you. Like I said, I'm not allowed to spy on the details of somebody's life, but I think he ghosted you for somebody else. And just based on energy dynamics, when you pull shit like that, you're not going to lay a solid foundation. So the likelihood that things either fell through or are going horribly is very, very high. So then that's when people look back at the past and say, damn, I fucked something up. I had something good and I threw the diamond away for the dog turd. Damn it. You know?
Dog turd.
Yeah. Let's see what the second spread says.
Oh my God.
That just seems to be what people like to do, though. They like to, you know, reject the people that they need in their life and go chase after the people that are not good for them. It comes from insecurity. Okay. Let me give you a little crash course into the human psyche. If you're insecure, what is one of the ways that your subconscious mind would seek to validate your worth and your value? To overcome some kind of obstacle, right? If you can surmount an obstacle, at least in your mind, you're thinking that will show me that I'm good enough. If I can overcome a difficult challenge. So if I can get you to like me, that'll show me that I'm good enough. So I work at it and I work at it, and then I get you to like me. Unbeknownst to me, though, that's not the solution to the problem, because now my mind's going to turn on me and say, nah, that doesn't make me special. If you like me, you must be fucking stupid too. So I'm going to go find an even harder challenge. And it's just this never-ending, unfillable void that goes nowhere. You know, that's the short version of it. Hang on, let me see the second spread here.
She said after 10 plus years of friendship before. That's fucked up. Like, at least be a friend enough to tell you. Like, don't just ghost you.
Yeah.
Because you just throw away all that friendship.
Yeah,
like,
that
crazy.
tells you. Did it ever get like sexual between the two of you by chance? Did it maybe get sexual like right before the ghosting happened? Or
they're together. Of course they had sex. What do you mean?
So was it like, what I'm saying is, was it brief? Was it like right before he ghosted you? Because one thing a lot of men will do, you don't know how patient a desperate, pathetic man is.
She said 8 months.
Yeah. A desperate, pathetic man will wait years to crack that ass. Pretending.
Sorry, but my ass already got a crack.
Pretending to be your friend. Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. One of these days she's going to choose me. One of these days she will wait for years. And then once he finally cracks it, it doesn't take long to say, yes, finally. Now, okay. All right. Now what? Okay. The confetti has settled to the ground now. The theme song is done playing. Okay, it's over now. Now what? You know? Now off to the next challenge.
That's sad.
So, yeah. I think he's keeping an eye on you, or at least trying to keep an eye on you. But I think he's a little bit embarrassed and a little bit worried, you know, because now it's out in the open that obviously his intentions weren't pure. And he doesn't want to face the confrontation.
Oh, wait, hold on. She said he was married, so just friends. Oh, was that like before, maybe?
Oh. So,
Or wait, what? That changes everything a little bit. I don't know.
Well, either so that's the reason why I asked.
Before they got together, he was.
Okay.
That's why they were just friends.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think, like I said, when it all comes down to it, plus or minus this or that, I think he's a little bit afraid to approach you.
As he should be, because what the hell is that? We're on your side, girl.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have Lori. Oh. Hold on. Okay, next is Lori, who's an Aquarius. When is Soulmate coming?
Doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So what do you mean by soulmate?
You know what they mean by soulmate.
Do you mean when is the next person who's due to coming in? Or your divine life partner? That's not something that can be timed out at all. I can see what soul contracts you have due to come in. And if there is nothing prominent and miscellaneous, I can see if there are any energetic blockages. And that's really all I can do. It's not timed out. It's not, the universe isn't saying, okay, you're going to meet your divine life partner on October 5th, 2025 at 10 a.m. Because if October 5th, 2025 rolls around and you're not in vibrational alignment with your divine life partner and the two of you cross paths, you wouldn't even be able to hold a conversation with that person. So it would fuck it all up. Death card reversed. You still got some past energy with you. Did your last relationship end recently or was it a long time ago? Because there's still, with the death card reversed here. Death card reversed, there's still some past energy in here. It's not telling me, I don't think you have anything miscellaneous due. So I don't think there is anything left but your divine life partner. I don't like to use the word soulmate because everyone you've ever connected with is a near and dear soulmate. Even your worst enemies and your greatest adversaries are all very near and dear soulmates. But when it comes to, I like to use the term divine life partner because you can build a life partner with multiple different people, but the one person who aligns with your highest good is, I like to say, divine life partner. That's really all that's left, but there's still some past energy kind of weighing you down and holding you back. Hopefully when I say that, you know what I'm talking about. Because one really common response that I get when I tell people that is, oh, no, I don't. I haven't thought about that person in months. That's not what I said. I didn't say you were thinking about them. I didn't say you miss them. I didn't say you love them. I said their energy is still tangled up in your field because you haven't released it yet. And if you don't release it, it'll stay there until you leave this planet. Most people leave this planet with hundreds of thousands of energy cords connecting them to everybody they've spoken to. That's on a different level, but especially romantic connections. Oh, most people go to their deathbed energetically tied to everybody they've ever had a romantic connection with. Not everybody, but most people. So let me give you an energy check here. 2 of Wands. Oh, I should have known that was going to come up. So, before you can attract your divine life partner, you will be tested. That's not just you. You're not being singled out. That doesn't mean that you're stupid. We all have to go through that. You will be tested. And to be honest with you, most people are tested more than once. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that's with their divine life partner now that I've met that only was tested one time. Most people are tested more than once. So don't worry. Don't freak out about that. You're not tested with anything that you've never experienced before. And it's not something that's going to shove its way into your life. The universe will open a door and dangle a carrot and test you to see if you're still stupid. I can't fucking pay attention with that shit.
All right, well, right after this, we're gonna.
So, depending on how many times you're tested and I can't think. Depending on how many times you're tested and how you handle the situation would depend on when you connect with your divine life partner. If best case scenario, you've learned everything you needed to learn, you're walking in the right vibration. By the time 2030 gets here, you could already be married to your divine life partner. Very possibly. Worst case scenario, you didn't quite learn what you needed to learn in your last relationship, and you could repeat a past cycle. So, yeah.
All right, well, I hope that helps. We are actually going to go ahead and take a break early today. So anybody who is still on our list, or if you just recently paid, you're going to be read on part 2, and we're going to come back at 4 p.m. Pacific time, and we will pick up where we left off. So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys later.
See you in a little bit.